Senator Van Taylor, and we're going to be talking about the impacts that the Paris terrorist attacks and other terrorist attacks here just the other day have had on North Texas and maybe on you and your families. And we're going to get Dr. B's input on how does that affect us emotionally, mentally, and psychologically. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
About having HIV? Yeah. But they didn't prove he's a member of ISIS yet, right? Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is they say, though, that, because I was watching something on the news last night, that they said that with medication now, they can almost make HIV disappear. It doesn't even impact the immune system anymore. So, I mean, look at Magic Johnson.
Right.
Right, and so does Charlie. All right, let's see what we can get in trouble for here. I could not get a single video to work last night. Let's see if I can get this one to work. Now, there was another terrorist attack, what, yesterday or something? 40 people killed at a Nigerian embassy?
I didn't hear that. I did hear that ISIS has said that there's going to be an attack on D.C., but they're still, everybody is still planning to go, you know, so it's nothing.
Yesterday. All is Robin. I mean, not much has changed. No, I mean, she just said she'll pipe in and send me a text and say that, you know, content was good, it was a good show today. But this was more about an advertiser. She had sent me an email. Okay. Wonder if that could be Senator Van Taylor.
Yeah.
He's on the line?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just come back with him. We'll do Lori at the end of the show. So we'll talk about the health or the mental issue part of it afterwards.
Yeah.
Do what? Yeah. Life was nice. Good morning, DFW, and thank you for waking up with JP and Dr. B. Today we are tackling a very sensitive issue right now, especially with what's happened in Paris. Should the United States, and more specifically the state of Texas, take on Syrian refugees? It began with one governor saying, you know, We just don't think we can handle it here in our state. And now I believe we're at over 30 states. On with us this morning is Senator Van Taylor. Senator Taylor, good morning, and thank you for joining us. So, you know, Van, you've seen the news, and I'm sure you've heard that Governor Abbott has said, you know what, we just don't believe we need to be housing Syrian refugees here in the state of Texas. You know, and supposedly there's a new threat that they're about to attack Washington, D.C. Do you think that resonates with the president at all? You know, Senator, you also were a Marine, and I'm told you're always a Marine, once a Marine. Is that right? And you did have boots on the ground in foreign territory. Is that not correct? You know, and Senator, in talking about your experience, because you've actually got the experience, you've been over there, our president has not, a lot of people that are speaking out right now have not. How hard would it be for a terrorist to hide amongst 10,000 refugees?
Senator Taylor, Dr. B here. I was just wondering, I've heard a lot of discussion about whether or not the governor actually had the power to refuse to accept immigrants. Can you speak to that issue? Yeah, I saw that on the news this morning, and of course, concern about that happening here in the United States. I live not very far from the center there in Garland, where the two, I don't know if they were ISIS or Al Qaeda, tried to disrupt a rally a few months ago. You remember that, and they were killed. So it is something that should be of concern to us here in this area as well. Uh,
Senator Taylor, let's shift the discussion a little bit, and let's shift it right here to North Texas. Over the last couple, 3 or 4 years, and being in the law enforcement and criminal justice, I get some of the alerts that law enforcement is doing and what to watch out for, and pictures are sent out, but that's not disseminated to the general public. And so, I may be aware of it because it's a little bit of a sensitive issue, a bit of a secretive issue, but we want law enforcement to know what's going on out there. What can North Texans do to help protect themselves from a terrorist attack, from someone going into like the Bishop's Art District where everybody's having dinner and they're relaxed and they're having a good time, or out at the shops at Legacy in Plano, and someone opening up gunfire on them? Senator Taylor, we're going to take a quick break. Are you still able to stay on with us for a few more minutes after the break? All right, so folks, stay tuned. You are on point with JP and Dr. B. We are talking with Senator Van Taylor, and we are discussing this morning the impacts that the Paris terrorist attack has had and the continued threats that are not perceived but are real now coming from ISIS, including one that has been placed on Washington, D.C. So stay tuned as we come back with Senator Van Taylor and we continue this discussion on not only Syrian refugees, but